Is it time for recess yet? I'm so glad you found time to join us here on the Child Care Director's Chair, where Erica Sacoccio shares her best practices that she's refined through her passion of directing childcare centers over the last 23 years. From parenting interaction, systems to save you time, money, and stress, to profitability. She shares it all from the Child Care Director's Chair.
Hello, Trailblazers. It is time for a little real talk. You can be the smartest, most passionate childcare leader in the world. But if you're showing up like you just rolled out of bed, sending emails that read like a text from your BFF, or clocking in whenever you feel like it, guess what? Your team will not take you seriously. Leadership isn't just about what you do, how you show up. And today, we're activating those professional pants, pulling up the zipper on what really it means to lead with style, substance, and swagger. So I'm your girl, Erica Sacoccio. You are tuned into the Child Care Director's Chair podcast. Before I go any further, I want to say shout out to Becca, one of my most loyal listeners. Love her. Trevor, hello, good morning. And Carrie over in Texas. No matter where you're tuning in from, please know I appreciate you. I am humbled by how many of you tune in day after day. I also love that you reach out because this is our community, not my community, our community. And this is where we're all going to grow together. So thank you for being part of that journey. So let's talk about showing up professionally in your appearance because it matters. And yes, that includes your shoes. When you look polished, it's not just about being flashy or wearing a suit and tie like you're a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. No, it's about showing respect to yourself, your role, and your team. It's the visual equivalent of saying, I'm serious about this job and I'm here to lead. Why? Because people judge you the moment you walk in. They might not say it out loud, but your appearance does plant the seeds about your confidence, about your commitment and your professionalism. And those seeds grow into how much trust and authority they give you. But professionalism isn't just about the clothes. It's your email tone, which is like your digital handshake of leadership. You might be thinking, emails? Who even reads those? Well, sweetie, your team, your parents, your vendors, they read every word. And an email filled with emojis, slang, or vague language screams one thing: I don't take this seriously. So craft emails that are clear, that are respectful, and to the point. And proper greetings in full sentences, please, and close with a warm sign off. This sets expectations. It also saves you from miscommunication disasters and builds your reputation as someone who's reliable. Don't even get me started on time. Showing up late is like sending a big neon flashing sign that says, I don't respect your time. Leadership demands punctuality, and it's just not fair to others too. But because your timing sets the tempo for the whole team, when you walk in on time or early, you're saying, I'm ready, I'm focused, and dependable. And that, my friends, is contagious. So yes, a polished appearance, thoughtful emails, and showing up on time are basic leadership currencies. Spend them wisely. Second thing I want to talk about is why your vibe matters. Your vibe isn't just some trendy catchphrase. It's the energy currency of your leadership. Your vibe is what people pick up on before you even open your mouth. And that is way more powerful than you think. Is your vibe calm? Is it collected? Is it confident? Or are you frazzled, scattered, overwhelmed? Does your team feel energized when you walk in? Or do they brace themselves for, what kind of mood is she going to be in? See, your vibe sets the emotional tone for the entire work environment. And this isn't about being fake or putting on a mask, because we all have bad days, but it's about your intentional presence. You decide what kind of energy you bring, and that energy either lifts up your team or it drags them down. And remember, people respond to feelings way more than they ever will respond to facts. You can have the best plan in the world, but if your vibe says stress and chaos, your team will also be stressed and way too stressed to execute anything well. So ask yourself, what vibe am I giving off right now? What vibe do I want my team to feel? And how can I shift my energy to lead more effectively today? Let me give you a quick pro tip. Those who work with me in my office, they know that this is true. If I'm feeling like, oh, my energy is a little off, I might put on relaxing music. I may spray my room with eucalyptus. I may always shut. I don't want to say may. There's 3 doors that go into my office at one of my schools, and I have to close all 3 doors because there's something that pushes off my energy when those doors are open. So, be aware, be self aware, be grounded. Also, breathing exercises or power poses before meetings can really help you. It can help you own your energy like a superpower because guess what? It is. Now, body language. Wow. I really, really love this part here. Body language, tone, and attitude. What you are really saying. You might think your words are what matters most, but it isn't. It's your body language. And that often says way more than you ever realize. Like, are your arms crossed? Or are you avoiding eye contact? Or how about your jawline? Is that real tight? These are subtle cues that can scream, I am closed off and I don't trust you, even if you don't mean it. So, leaders need to master the art of open body language. That means uncrossed arms, facing people directly, maybe relaxed shoulders, and nodding your head when you're listening. When your body invites connection, man, your team will feel so safe to share and collaborate and engage with you. And your tone of voice is just as powerful. Ever had a simple question sound like an interrogation? Yeah, that tone can really make or break your message. So practice being warm, being steady, and confident. And even when you're tired and stressed, because we all get that, right? There's plenty of days I'm tired, but you have to stay calm. It tells your team, I'm here, I'm calm, and we have got this. Now, attitude ties it all together. A positive can do attitude is magnetic. It doesn't mean that you have to be chipper 24/7, although I sometimes am. It does mean choosing optimism and solution focused thinking over constant complaining and negativity. I cannot stand that. Remember, people mirror your energy and you set the emotional tone. Another thing I really want to talk about is your leadership habits and ones that maybe will help you build that trust with your team faster. Fast trust is like a foundation for leadership. It doesn't just happen overnight, though. But still, there are habits you can adapt that turbocharge trust building. Number 1 is consistency. Be the leader your team expects to see every day. Show up with that same energy, the same standards, and the same follow through. Flake leaders, you guys lose trust real fast. Reliable leaders keep it. Now, again, not to say that reliable leaders don't make mistakes, because we do. But follow through, say what you mean, and then do what you say. It's simple, but so powerful. If you promise a team member you'll check in on them with something, do it. If you say there will be changes, communicate them because nothing kills trust faster than broken promises. And active listening. This means more than head nodding politely. It means truly hearing what your team says. Asking clarifying questions is one way that I find I can really understand. I hate when they make big broad strokes of everyone this and everyone that, or she doesn't this. Like, be clear. What are you saying? And respond thoroughly and thoughtfully. People want to be seen and heard. And when you listen, you earn their loyalty. I can remember, I guess it was just like last month, there were some staff who had some things that they really wanted to talk about, get off their chest. And, we talked about some difficult things during that meeting. And at the end of that meeting, one of the team members pointed out and said, hey, I just want to say, just you holding this meeting like on, pretty quickly when we said we wanted to talk about these things and you responded and you were willing to listen, that right there told us that you cared. And, so just something as simple as that. If your team says, we have some things we really want to talk about, we need to get them off our chest, don't be afraid of that. Like, say, okay, let's talk about it. Does that mean you're going to be a magic genie and be able to give them all their wishes and commands and demands? No, of course not. Nor am I saying that I expect you to be a doormat and just let people roll over you, but at least listen to what's being said and then evaluate what you need to change. I think it just comes down to transparency. Share what you can about decisions, about challenges and successes. And don't hide behind the I don't know or we'll see. We'll see is pretty much you're brushing them off. Honesty breeds trust even when the news isn't perfect. And trust me, it's not always going to be exactly what they want. But you have to do what's right for your program and the kids. An appreciation. Never underestimate the power of a sincere thank you. Celebrate those small wins and shout out efforts. Recognize growth. Feeling valued is one of the biggest drivers of trust and engagement. I have to tell you, that was one of the things that really made me start my company. I was starting to get to a place where I felt I had grown as far as I could grow. I was starting to feel a little undervalued and I was out of there. So, really think about that because your best of your best people don't need to stay. They stay because they want to. But if they're great, they can go anywhere. So just remember that. These habits, they signal to your team, I've got your back. And that's the fastest way to build a strong leadership foundation. Now, there are going to be times when the coworkers test your patience. Let's be real. It's like a rite of passage in leadership. Maybe it's a chronic complainer, a resistant staff member, or just a tough day where everything feels like a challenge. But here's the secret. How you respond is what defines you as a leader. Reacting with anger or frustration, that, my friends, is a recipe for chaos and burnout. Responding with calm and clarity, that, my friends, is leadership gold. First, take that deep breath. Ground yourself in your purpose. And remember why you are here, what you're building, and how much you care about your team, your kids, your families, your community. Next, create a mental script of how to keep cool. For example, here's a great one. I hear your concern. Let's work together to find a solution. And a lot of times I'll say, well, we've tried everything. That won't work. Or when you give a solution, nope, that's not going to work. Nope, that doesn't work either. Right? So that's why I pull them in and say, well, let's fix it together. I understand this is frustrating. Here's what we can do next. And set those boundaries with kindness and firmness, because that helps keep the peace while maintaining respect. And don't forget self-care, because leaders who recharge are leaders who last. Because you can get burnt out real quick if all you get is problems and problems and problems and complaining and negativity. That will suck the energy right out of you. So when that happens, take a step back. Put up your boundaries if you need to. So let's do a practice activity. Your leadership look checklist. Ready to activate your professional pants every day? Here's your leadership glow up checklist. Your quick daily reminder to show up like the boss that you are. 1, did I show up on time or early today? Being punctual says I respect myself and others. 2, is my appearance polished and intentional? Dress like the leader that you want to be, even if it's just clean, put together look. Now, let's face it, I know that we all work with kids, and many times you're not in the office, you're on the floor, you're working along the side of your team, or at least if you're a good leader, you are. I understand you have to dress in a way that's conducive for that environment, but your shirt should be ironed. You should look somewhat put together. Also, did I send clear, respectful emails? Remember, your words build or break trust. And try to make sure things are on time. Make yourself a planner, a schedule. I have to tell you, sometimes it's hard and things can get away from you and you're sending out memos last minute. So try to get some time blocking in so that way that doesn't happen to you. Ask yourself, was my body language open? Was it confident and inviting? Invite connection. Don't repel it. Did I speak with warmth, clarity, and confidence? Because your tone sets the stage for everything. Here's another check you want to do. Did I follow through on my promises and commitments? Because your word is your bond. Did I listen actively and appreciate my team today? Because people want to feel valued. And the last one on their checklist is, did I keep my cool when tested? Patience over pressure equals leadership magic. So keep that checklist handy. Review it daily and weekly. Over time, these small intentional actions create big leadership shifts. So, my friends, if you're serious about stepping into your leadership power and want to level up, then join the ECE Trailblazers coaching program. It's dropping this July, designed to meet you wherever you are in your leadership journey. Whether you're a teacher assistant ready to lead, a director dreaming bigger, or an owner growing your empire, This is your moment. Don't wait to be perfect because the perfect time is now. We will talk to you soon. Remember, leadership isn't just what you do, it's how you show up. So activate those professional pants, bring your best vibe, and lead like a boss that you were born to be. This is a Child Care Director's Chair podcast. Let's make leadership look good.
Well, all the cute little kiddos have been picked up and it's time to go home. And that'll do it for another episode of the Child Care Director's Chair. Please leave a review so Erica knows the information is helping you to manage and improve your childcare centers. Remember to subscribe to get the latest episode from Erica's Child Care Director's Chair.